Wow. Got that. As soon as I press the record button.
Was it for real on there?
Yes. And we're back, guys. This is Passive and Aggressive. I am Dalton Johnson. I'm here with Nick Martwinsky.
Hello.
Talking about a lot of Star Wars today, Nick.
Yeah, we did.
A lot of Star Wars.
A lot of Han Solo. Star Wars.
A Star Wars story?
Yeah, we spoiled the shot of it. Gave you guys our review, any little Easter eggs that we found. And why Don had to swallow his words about not liking the movie. That was my favorite part of this whole podcast.
It's not even that big of a deal. Anyway, afterwards, on a completely unrelated note, we talk a little bit about Darth Maul and his story.
It's weird. After Han Solo, we got interested in Darth Maul. Completely unrelated.
Completely unrelated.
But we talk about Darth Maul's story, his plot throughout the whole Star Wars series.
Spoiled a lot of the Clone Wars as well, so...
Spoiled everything.
So look out for that. Then we went into video games, talk about Detroit Become Human.
Weird game, to say the least.
Give my review in progress on that. It is a bit of a weird game. I think I got beat up, hit by cars, molested, something.
I think I'm going to have to call a counselor for Dawn at some point, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I'll be fine. And then we talk about basketball, Motor City MyLeague, making some changes on that, trying to make sure we don't lose 3 fucking games in a row
Slider
again.
updates.
Gonna be big things happening with that. You'll see.
LeBron needs that shit.
He needs some slider changes.
Yeah, he needs to get a slider change of a whole new player.
Yeah, he needs
for J.R. Smith.
Just needs to vanish, J.R. Smith.
And we talked a little bit about Game 1, what we thought, how much is it going to impact the rest of the series.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
J.R. Smith ruined basketball for 2018.
He soiled it for sure.
Soiled it.
MMA, talk about UFC 225. We put our final picks in, bet shot for shot, see who gets fucked up the most.
It's gonna be you.
This guy. I like the confidence, but we'll
do
see.
You?
We'll see.
I don't think you do.
I'm gonna take a nice picture of you throwing up, acting like you're dying in the bathroom, puking.
That's not gonna happen.
Fucking guts out. It's gonna be wonderful.
I have a stomach made of steel.
What kind of steel? Aluminum foil? What kind of steel is?
I don't think that's technically steel. Could have went with like stainless steel or something.
No, because that's more efficient than aluminum foil. I don't even give you that much credit.
Wow.
With your pussy ass stomach. You understand me?
Darren Till and Stephen Thompson.
Oh yeah, we reviewed Till and Thompson. Put our final thoughts in, I guess you could say.
Interesting.
It was a very, very close fight. We'll leave it at that. And we talked about a bunch of other shit. So stay tuned.
See ya. Can you imagine a fucking lightsaber battle between Darth Sidious and Darth Maul?
Yes, I can.
Oh, I guess that happens probably.
This fucking Wi-Fi can suck a big fatty. Like Dalton's gifts from his mom, that size fatty.
I don't understand why you're keeping that joke alive. We already know what the gift was, and it was nothing near that.
Have you set it up yet?
Mm-mm. I mean, I've started pulling things out, but then I got to clean up my room to get it ready, and then it just devolved into not doing it. So
I was just curious as to
and plus,
how big it was and shit.
It's pretty fucking big.
Is it?
But it looks collapsible, so should be fine. I do need to get a webcam, though.
What kind of webcam are you going to get?
I don't know. I'll have to research it. Maybe go to Micro Center. I can ask an expert.
Dude, we need to go to Micro Center.
I've always wanted to ask an expert something.
I was getting shoes earlier this week.
Did you ask a shoe expert?
And I was going to go ask the guy, if you're going to jog a marathon.
What?
And you're going to prepare for a marathon.
Okay.
What kind of shoe would you wear, man?
Sure.
But the guy that was working was at least 350 pounds. So then I turned, stopped, and I had this realization in my head that I was on my own.
You're on your own in this decision.
My phone did not have the greatest service.
Oh my God.
So I was like, fuck, what kind of shoe should I get? And then I thought, what kind of shoes do Cameron Haynes wear?
Seriously?
Because he does long distance shit all the time. So I was like, does he wear really, really light shoes that are only like a pound, that are really bouncy? They're not hard at all. And I don't remember him wearing those. I remembered him wearing a little bit more heavy duty type of shoe. So then I was like, fuck, I don't know. So then I walk out of the mall, waiting for service to come back up, looked up shit on my phone, and then I went and bought my Nikes. I jogged in today.
You got new shoes. Oh yeah, the dad shoes. I remember.
Yeah, they look like dad shoes.
Yeah, that's true.
They got like the little.
They look sturdy though. That's for sure.
They are sturdy. I jogged today and my knees did not hurt at all, but I got to break them motherfuckers in. I haven't broke them in yet.
I just started that much.
I just started jogging. Like the first time I wore them was I was just jogging, and my feet were catching some friction in that bitch. I'm pretty sure I burnt the bottom layer of my foot. After I jogged, it was hot as fuck for like a solid 3 minutes after.
Jesus. It's pretty messed up.
But I mean, if you're gonna wear some shoes and break them in, the best way is to jog. Just fucking get that shit over with.
True. I can't believe how obsessed you are with Cameron Haynes, by the way. Can we just go back to that for a second? When are you going to ask him out on a date or something? Because
first of all, I just want to make this clear.
Okay.
Cameron Haynes is the first famous person to like an Instagram post of mine.
Oh, man.
So that'll always hold a special
Your great
place
white
in my
buffalo?
heart. Yes. I don't know why I had to throw the white part in there, but...
Sign of the times.
Roseanne Jr. over here. So, what did you do today? Other than... No, you didn't even do shit. I was going to say other than exercise, but I exercised. You didn't.
I exercised yesterday. I got home like a fucking hour ago.
Yeah, exact same time.
Yeah, but you were home before that as well, weren't you?
No.
You went to your mom's.
For like a minute. No. Dude, I was at my mom's for like 20 minutes. I gave my sister a good yelling.
Is that just something you have to do on a daily basis? Just go over there and yell at someone?
There's times where I feel like every time I go to my mom's, I have to yell at somebody. And I hate it. Because I hate yelling at my sisters.
You do?
Fuck yeah, dude. I hate it. I hate being the bad guy. But somebody has to be the bad guy.
Sure.
Somebody has to be that person that's trying to make them live a fucking good life.
The authoritative figure.
Yeah. Like, Jasmine's, what is she, like 14, 13? I don't know.
Do you not? Oh my.
14, 15, 13. One of them. I'm only off.
She's a teen.
Yeah, she's a teen. And she was in one of her moods. Where like some, you know how teenagers get, you know how Sam can get sometimes where she's just like bitching about everything.
You know how some teams can get, like Sam can get?
I'm just saying, like, women can get in bitch modes.
Oh my God. Okay, you're going further down this hill. And
it's not only women. I get in those moods too. You get in those moods too.
All right, you've officially reached the bottom of the hill. This podcast is over. Go fuck yourself.
She was in one of those moods,
okay.
Bitch mood, and she was crying about everything and just complaining about everything. And then she started like talking shit about Summer making dinner, saying, "Why didn't you make this?" Blah, blah, like just crying about shit, and it fucking like snapped me.
Turned into the Hulk.
I started like, I was like, "What the? Why are you crying right now? Like, what are you even yelling about? Like, tell me what you're crying about."
See, the reason I'm surprised that you hate it so much is because you don't really take very long to get into that mood or to get into that stage.
It's like the big brother in me in the end.
But I'm just saying, it's like there's an off switch and an on switch. Usually, like with Sam, you know, you tolerate it a little bit, you know, it'll go away and she'll be a nice, happy person again. But for you and your sisters, it's like as soon as those attitudes come out, I'm like, hey, shut the fuck up! Don't make me shut you the fuck up! I swear to God, it's ridiculous.
Boy, you got to understand, they have zero discipline at my mom's house.
So I've seen.
Zero.
But as soon as you start talking to them, they're like, shut up. Others talking.
They listen to me, but it's not because I'm yelling or anything like that. It's because they respect me.
Yeah,
that's the most important. They have to get their respect, and that's because I treat them fairly too. Like I expect a lot from
all
them.
Of them equally.
Yeah, I expect a lot from them, but then at the same time, there's reasons why I expect it, and I explain that to them. And if they have issues with anything, they can always talk to me. I can have a conversation with them. I'm not going to just be like, because I'm the mom, that's why.
Right. So you're nothing but yelling and negligence. You actually have a fucking friendly side to them as well.
Yeah, but sometimes they take it there, you know.
They take it there.
It's all their fault. But no, I should not get that angry sometimes when I get so frustrated with them. Shouldn't yell, but
desperate times.
Desperate times.
It probably sounds a lot worse than it actually is because people don't really know how bad these kids are.
Dude, they're little shits.
They are. They're big shits, honestly.
Devils. Mary's the worst, man. I feel like she's cultivated all the evilness from my sisters. Like, Xena was pretty fucking bad. She was like Jasmine. That motherfucker, I swear to God, she would come like running in my room and she'd be like, hee hee hee, and then go like this.
Rub your skin?
What? No, rub her skin.
What?
Till it gets red.
Why?
Then she'd go running to my mom, like Scarlett Johansson acting styles, okay? Like, she's won some Oscars in her day.
Oh my goodness.
crying. Nick just hit me. I was trying to run away. He grabbed me and threw. Like, she'll come up with these random ass stories, and then I got the fucking smackdown of SmackDown so many times because of her.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right. They deserve everything they get.
It's not only that though, because then whenever she did that to you, I'm like, all right, I got you next time, motherfucker. I'm gonna give you a reason to go running to mom. But anyways,
Can't go wrong with physical threats.
they ain't threats, they're promises.
Oh.
Better recognize.
Anyways, my day was much calmer, much more relaxed than yours. Yeah.
Should you have your little blanket at work?
I didn't. It wasn't that cold. I was exaggerating. Though I do have a blanket, especially for my little office chair where I can just sit back, cover up.
Are you in a cubicle?
It's kind of a cubicle, but there are 4 corner desks in each cube.
Right, so it's like a big cubicle. You share with 4 people?
Yeah.
Do you have windows?
In the building? Or
No,
in the cube?
in your cube.
It's like a half wall.
That's
So
cool.
I can just look over it.
So you could see something, like just see outside, see the life and shit.
Jesus. Dude, wow, I wasn't expecting that. I'm picturing your job now as like this big gray box where you just go in.
I'm in a room,
Oh my God.
like a literal room. Like we walk in the office and then you walk around a little bit to get to my area because it's a big building. And then there's this door. You walk in and then there's 8 computer chairs in it. All right, computer desks and shit. There's no windows. That's the only door to the room.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's awful.
I feel like I'm secluded in there sometimes. Like
Also,
I'm
you're
fucking.
claustrophobic.
It hurts my soul.
Yeah.
Like I feel trapped. Like fuck, dude, I gotta get out of here.
Wow. I feel like you love it at my job. Every single complaint, the opposite is true at my job.
Something. I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know how I'd be at your job though.
Probably not great.
I feel like half the people would hate me.
You would ruffle probably every single person's feathers.
No,
There's no one there who matches your...
There's gonna be people there that hate me. There's gonna be people there that love me.
The only person that's going to love you...
Nothing in between.
The only person that's going to love you is going to be the CEO.
Why?
His name is Robert Hake, and he does balls to the wall. He doesn't care about what comes out of his mouth or...
Oh, fuck yeah,
anything.
dude.
Yeah.
Are you serious? That'd be like the perfect boss for me.
Yeah, he's dope. He's a great guy, too. So
Maybe I should just go up to your job one day. Like, what's up, motherfucker? I'm trying to get a job. What you think?
we're always hiring for our production staff because they're fucking...
I can barely produce this shit. You're telling me that I can get hired
that's why
in
you're
for
not...
a production position? Fuck
and
out
they
here.
all speak Spanish, so...
Spanish people are taking over the production industry.
I don't know about the industry, but they've definitely taken over our production floor.
When you say production, what do you mean by production?
I mean, I work in an upstairs office with a bunch of cubicles, and there's a bunch of office workers up there with their cubicles. And then the downstairs, where the main floor, there's a lobby area, there's like a cafeteria, very small, very, very small, like it's like a little kitchen.
Are you the only company in this building, or is there multiple companies?
No, just this company. Well, it's multiple companies, but it's all under us.
That's cool.
And then across from the cafeteria is our big-ass production facility. We got all our shirt printers. I got our dye sublimation printers, that's mugs and like tablet cases and shit like that. Shipping, everything. So... And there's a bunch of Mexicans in that production floor.
Oh, so they're just like working the lines and stuff like that. Basically, just building parts in it. When you said production, I thought you meant like producing shit.
They produce shirts.
I'm like producing movies and shit because you guys are graphic designers and
No,
you have social media account people at your job and shit like
we
that.
have one social media person.
Well,
She
you
got
told
here a
me
month
about
ago.
her.
She got here a month ago.
We need to steal that bitch for our shit.
We could. Dana. Shout out to Dana Aziana Kavova.
They can't be paying Aziana Kahova that much.
Aziana Kavova.
Kavova?
No, probably not. But
What is that?
what?
What is she?
I don't know. I actually just learned today that she is not Russian.
Does she talk Russian?
Huh?
Does she talk Russian?
She has an accent, but it's not Russian, I guess. I don't really know what a Russian accent even is.
Would she be like scary to be in
No,
bed with?
she's not scary.
You think
Not
she
scary at
boss
all.
you around?
She seems like a one of those free spirits, if that paints a good enough picture for you.
Yeah, I think I got the freest of spirits in my job. Another time, another place. Don't tell that story now. I can't ruin, or I can't spoil every story.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
a big book.
Gotta
I'm going through chapter by chapter.
lead people on and shit. Make them want more, right?
Like
Clickbait, isn't that
like
a thing?
Like a mobile game. Give you a little
Dude.
taste. Speaking of... Hang on. I just had a brain fart. What's that chick's name? The redhead from Star Wars.
The redhead from Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. With the freckles. Nest.
Oh, the
Nest.
bitch from the latest movie?
Emphis.
I don't even know her name.
Emphis. Yeah. Enfys Nest.
She's in the game though, right?
Yeah, absolutely. She just got added to Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Enfys Nest, the scoundrel or pirate that Han Solo encountered.
Yeah, she's a good girl though.
Yeah, she's
everybody thought she was like some bounty hunter.
Well, she is. She's a pirate. She's part of a gang called the Cloud Pirates. It was actually part of the first Star Wars comic made by Marvel.
Really?
Yeah.
Marvel did make Star Wars movies.
Yeah, the very first one was Han Solo themed with his fucking green rabbit sidekick Jackson and some other fucker, and they encountered the Cloud Pirates. They mentioned nothing about Enfys Nest, and that's basically where the connections stop, but that's basically who they are. And I think that's really cool. I looked up how much money it would cost to complete a character like that, a new release character.
Oh, at least $300.
$300, yeah, that's about the roundabout.
I caught it.
You got to buy 3 of those big crystal packs where you get 100, or it's $100.
But you can get a 7-star of that character right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't think it'd be possible. I thought they only gave you enough for like 5 stars or some shit.
Well, they do, but you just keep buying them.
I didn't know if you could. I thought it was just like a one-time buy.
Well, no, that's how people got Scion and all them.
I thought they were just sucking the right dicks.
I mean, they must be if they're just throwing $300 casually at a mobile game.
Don't matter how you get the money.
I had a rough internal dilemma about the $20 that I spent and the guilt you threw me.
I knew you were going to. I was like, watch this. I'm going to get this motherfucker and have buyer's remorse so hard.
Like, thanks. I was perfectly fine with my purchase, and you somehow managed to ruin it for me.
What did you buy? Crystals?
Yeah.
Are they all gone?
Yeah, it was for the double drop weekend.
So did you get anything?
I got a lot of fucking drops, and I refreshed about 10 times per day.
Jesus.
So I got a lot. I completed my Commander Luke team, so I'm ready for him.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. I think I got Leia left. No, Leia and Luke. But my Leia's almost done.
Right.
She's like super close. And my Luke's already at the purple gear. Which if you guys don't know, like you level up the characters just throughout the game. Gradually, when you level up, you get to level up your characters. And then you can also upgrade their gear.
Which just improves their stats and stuff.
Right. Basically, like, gives them better tech and shit. I don't know. And it gives them... and you can upgrade their abilities.
Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of things to pour your investments into. So the main point of the game is resource management. Spending your crystals on the right things. Yeah.
And spending money.
Focus. Yeah, and spending money. Yeah, you could just spend thousands of dollars and win the game, but I honestly don't see the point of that.
When you have fuck you money... that's when you can do shit like that.
I've read a lot of like testimonies from people who do this kind of thing, and none of them seem to have fuck you money.
A lot of them are probably like super nerds.
Yeah,
that get obsessed with it.
They just accidentally sink down a rabbit hole where they've suddenly spent $3,000 in a month.
My cousin Brad is like this level with Red Wings. He's so hardcore with Red Wings. He has at least 40 jerseys. I'm sure half of them were signed. And like 10 sticks that are signed. Like every time they have a viewing party, he's there at the Joe or at the new arena. Or I think they're at the casino, actually, the viewing parties. But he's always doing the trivia there. He's always winning them. He's balls deep in hockey. That motherfucker should do like a hockey podcast. I wonder how that'd be.
We can invite him as a guest. Let's see. Let's give him a little test run.
Yeah. If we invite him as a guest, I'm going to purposely set him off. I'm going to talk shit about Osgood the whole fucking time.
That's fine.
And then we're going to get into a debate, and I'm going to just say how much better Howard is, and he's just going to want to kill me.
I like the idea.
We might have like a murder on live camera.
Maybe we connect with him through Skype or something. Keep it civil.
Oh, man. So what did you think about Han Solo? Let me just say this. Dalton,
can I say it?
Was fine.
Okay.
If you better tell the truth.
All right. So going into the movie, I did not have the highest of hopes. One, I did not think a Han Solo movie was even necessary. Part of the big draw of Han Solo is that he's this mysterious come-from-nothing character who's just lucky and he has the right will. But now he's a fucking starter of a rebellion. That seems like a little much to me. Spoiler alert.
Oh, we're spoiling the fuck out
of this movie. We're going in deep.
If you haven't seen it yet, then you're the reason
we're going
why.
Real deep.
You're the reason why that Star Wars only opened up at $100 million in this box office.
I don't think that's why.
Yeah, because they didn't see it. The reason why. Literally, that's the reason why.
I can see what you're saying, I suppose, but that's okay.
You know how much money they spent on the movie? $500 million.
Yeah.
That's
the first Star Wars movie not to make back its budget.
But a lot of it is because they had to switch the director and shit. Like they had to completely like
they
redo
switched
the movie.
the director. A lot of people weren't convinced by the actor, and I know I wasn't. That was gonna be my second point.
I thought he was amazing.
Right. To follow up with that, he did a great job. I still don't think he was very. He just didn't look like Han Solo, but he definitely acted like him.
Yeah, he definitely like you could see a young Han Solo at certain times with certain shit that he would say.
Right.
Like when Lando was just like, "I hate you," and he's like, "I know."
That was really awesome.
Or how he talked to Chewie was. I like their relationship.
I know. I like Chewie a lot more as a character after watching that. It makes him seem a lot more fleshed out and less just like a big teddy bear.
Yeah. Dude, Chewie's the fucking homie. That motherfucker's been around since the Galactic Wars.
Like 190 years old, did Han say?
Yeah, but that was young Han.
I know, that was a young
How
Chewie.
old is he now? Like 230? 240?
Well, I don't know. Han Solo was supposed to be at the start of this
What do you
fourth
think?
movie.
20?
He doesn't look that
25?
old. He looks like...
He was in the military for like 3 years, so if Star Wars ain't some horrible fucking place...
They started like 17 or 18?
Yeah, or 16.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so he's like 19 through 23. Something like that.
I'm fine with that. And he's probably like 28 in episode 4. That'd be my guess.
Yeah, and then episode 8's what, like 30, 40 years ahead of episode 4?
Yeah. That's real old.
So Chewie's like 230, 235.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking killing the game.
Absolutely. Wookiees are awesome.
Wookiees can become Jedis. Fun fact. I seen it.
Just saw that episode of...
Yeah. I remember us getting into an argument about that. Because I was saying that if Wookiee could become... I don't know if it was an argument. We may have just been talking, but we got baked as fuck one night. And we were talking Star Wars. Like, that was when we first got balls deep in Star Wars. Yeah. Like, Star Wars wasn't a thing in this apartment. And then all of a sudden, it fucking became the most important thing.
Same thing with basketball.
Yeah.
You didn't even like it. You barely liked it. You liked watching playoff basketball in the bar sometimes.
Yeah, the thing that changed it was watching playoff basketball at the bar. But anyways.
Back to Star Wars.
Yeah, we got addicted to it. And Chewie's been around since at least episode 2. And he's still killing it in the game. I don't know. I thought that Wookiee Jedi would be the most powerful Jedi. Because they could live a very long time. They're naturally strong.
True.
Like super strong. And I felt like they could use the Force better because of those abilities. But I don't know if that's true or not.
I feel like strength doesn't matter that much if you're a Jedi.
I think will is more important.
Okay. That's a good point.
You know who has the most will?
Wookiees.
Anybody?
Pretty great will.
Darth fucking Maul.
What? Oh my goodness. What a twist.
Did you expect him in the movie?
Absolutely not. It was quite the twist. Was not expecting to see. But as soon as I saw robotic legs, I looked at you and I was like,
I didn't even notice the legs. I was listening to the voice and I thought it was Snoke.
I wasn't even listening to the voice. I didn't even hear what he said.
You looked at me and I was like, is that General Snoke?
He's not a general.
Whatever the fuck I thought he was.
I can never get anybody's titles wrong.
I'm so bad at them.
Grand Mock Tarth.
I don't know why I'm bad with names and shit. Like, it takes me way too long to memorize them.
Like comprehension troubles or something.
For real. It's like I smoke or something.
Of course, we don't do that. We're very clean in this household.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But
Darth
spoilers.
Fucking Maul
Is alive.
played by Ray Park, the original actor,
Yes.
which is dope.
But do you know?
Voiced.
Oh my god, I hate you.
Voiced by the same person who voice acted him in the Clone Wars, who is also the same voice actor from The Force Unleashed.
The main character.
Main character. Excellent.
What's his name?
Starkiller.
Starkiller, yeah. He almost killed Vader.
He was overpowered. No one likes to take those games seriously because he was just too overpowered. We're just going to pretend it wasn't real.
Really? I thought that was a good game. I like the story.
I thought it was good. But when did we play it? When we were like
younger?
16, yeah. When that shit was dope. But plot-wise, it just didn't make much sense.
Right, so... anyways.
Honestly, Darth Maul doesn't make a ton of sense, but please explain it to me.
Well...
and to those who don't know, why Darth Maul, who died in the first episode of Star Wars, is returning.
When I watched the first episode of Star Wars, I remember my cousin Brad, who's like 8 years older than me. I remember him telling me that Darth Maul survived. And he showed me a book of him surviving. And I thought that he was lying. I was like, that's just some like fan-made shit. Because it wasn't like a thick book. It was just like a fucking weird-ass 10-page book. Like a comic or some shit. And I started watching the Clone Wars years ago. I was at his house. How convenient. I was fucking dog sitting for him. And I had nothing better to do. So I just binge watched like the whole thing. And Darth Maul's in like season 4. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck is he alive? And then I just went like balls deep in research on Darth Maul. Because I was like, I gotta know more. And it turns out that like when he got chopped in half and he's falling through that little pit or whatever that was.
Yeah.
He had like pure hatred in his head. And apparently Sith can stay alive from just hatred. Jedi cannot, but Sith, like in order to stay alive by using the Force to that extent, you have to use it for evil. Like it has to be pure hatred or pure greed or pure...
Right. The whole power of the dark side comes from hate.
Selfish. Like Jedi are selfless, you know? So that made him stay conscious enough to like put his arm up, swing into an air vent, and then like fall through the air vent, and he landed in like a big ass trash can.
It's kind of like what Luke did in episode 5. After Darth Vader says, "I am your father," he just falls.
Just not chopped in half.
Yeah.
Well, that trash can that took him to like the trash planet Lotho Minor, whatever the fuck.
You literally have it written in front of you. You can't figure out the name.
It's just never gonna work. Drop it. Let it go. Okay. I've already accepted. I cannot pronounce shit.
All right. I'm sorry. Touchy subject. Go on.
And the whole time he's there for 12 years. Fun fact. That's a long fucking time.
It's by himself at a fucking trash heap.
Yeah. Half of them.
Okay, true. Half by himself.
And the only thing that's keeping him alive is rage. So could you imagine just having that much rage for 12 years?
Stewing.
Yeah, he went insane. He went mad. And he was just there chilling all the way until Savage Opress, his brother, who was also from, what's that planet? Dathomir. Yeah. Mother Talzin made him a badass, who is their mom. We should all right, let me explain this shit. Oh, all right, in the Dathomir, there's the Night Sister people. And there's Night Sisters and Night Brothers. Night Brothers are people like Darth Maul and the Savage Opress. And the head of them is Mother Talzin. And like her mom is old Daka, who's like the old bitch that's seen it all. Kind of like Yoda, I guess you could say.
Sure.
Like, has a lot of power.
Wise sage.
The wise person that always likes to give advice and helps out when it's needed, but lets everybody else do everything in the meantime. And then you got the Night Sister teams, which are just, they have a few random people. Then they have Ventress. And then, what's that? Who's that bitch in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? The one that you get in the very beginning. Talia,
yeah.
I don't even really remember her. But anyways, they got people, right?
Right.
And Mother Talzin's son, Darth Maul, was kidnapped at the age of 1 from Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine. Yeah, he was supposed to, him and Talzin had an agreement where he was supposed to teach her the ways of the dark side. But once he's seen Darth Maul's potential,
he just left.
He just took him and left. And the reason why Darth Maul has so much hate and rage for Jedi is that when he was younger, like at the age of 5 or 6, whenever there was a battle between the Jedi and the Sith, or if there's any remains of Sith, he would make Darth Maul inhale the ashes of the remains of that fight. And it allowed Darth Maul to see visions of what happened.
What the fuck?
And he could feel them dying from the Jedi. So he wanted revenge, like a motherfucker. He wanted a revenge so bad that Darth Sidious had that whole Order 66 plan, right? He wanted to convince everybody he was the good chancellor. And then last second, he took the whole thing, like he fucking ripped the rug under the Jedi and fucking killed like 90% of them in one fucking move. And he didn't want that shit spoiled. But Darth Maul hated hated Jedi so much that he wanted to fucking kill him. That he found out that there was a Padawan that was captured from bounty hunters, like Cad Bane in them. And he was at an auction, or she was at an auction. So he went there, kidnapped her, and it was fleeing from all the bounty hunters because you can't just take something like that without paying. Ended up teaming up with her to kill everybody that was there that was trying to fight him for her back. And then those two fought and he killed her.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So this happened in the Clone Wars?
This happened right before the Clone Wars.
Does Darth Maul have a book?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit. Because I know that Sidious has a book. I know Thrawn has a book. I almost bought it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't know shit about Thrawn. I gotta watch the Rebels.
It actually looks good. I saw a little clip of it of Hera blowing through a fucking Empire space station. It looked incredible.
Dude, Ezra was almost Darth Maul's Padawan.
I love Ezra. And that's just from the
Could
fucking
you
Star Wars game.
imagine him as a fucking Sith, though?
Honestly, no, because I know nothing about him. But I'm sure I'll learn it once we do start watching Rebels.
Well, back to the story.
Mm-hmm.
He killed that Padawan, and he thought Darth Sidious didn't know, but it turns out, because that motherfucker is a genius, he planned the whole thing. Like, he knew about it, and he was proud of him. Like, he was proud that Darth Maul's rage and that need for vengeance made him disobey his master, because that's just, like, the dark side in him. Like, you're doing good. Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy how
Gold Star.
The Order of Two and how they help each other is. Like, the Sith Lord knows eventually that his what are they called? Apprentice. Yeah, his apprentice is going to try to kill him at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just okay with it.
Mm-hmm. It's a circle. You are the most powerful, and then you have to teach someone your ways and rise them up, and that's like a feeling of success for you, for one. And then if they're good enough to kill you, then you've succeeded. Congratulations.
Right, but that's fucking weird, man. That's like a grasshopper having sex, and then the mom just eats the head for the baby to eat the fucking body.
Well, kind of, but then they might fail. They still have to kill you. It's not like it's just kill you in a sleep like Darth Plagueis.
Yeah, that was some pussy.
Can you
shit,
imagine
man.
a fucking lightsaber battle between Darth Sidious and Darth Maul?
Yes, I can.
Oh, I guess that happens probably. Well, I won't ask who wins that fight.
I can imagine a fight between Darth Sidious versus Darth Maul and Savage Opress at the same time.
Jesus. What?
Dude, Darth Sidious is a master of all 7 different Jedi or lightsaber training methods.
Okay, we're getting too deep into the lore here. Let's stay focused on Maul here.
So, Maul kills the Padawan. Darth Sidious is proud of him. Mm-hmm. And then that's when Star Wars Episode 1 starts. Like, shortly after that. So, right after he kills the Padawan, the Emperor Palpatine thinks that it's time to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And obviously, he gets fucked up by Obi-Wan.
Qui-Gon.
No. He kills Qui-Gon.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the first fight.
He didn't get fucked up by Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon ran, dude. He jumped on the ship and went away.
He was dealing with him.
He was straight up defending himself, dude.
It's been a while since I've watched the first movie. It's kind of hard to watch.
Darth Maul, in that movie, he was ready to go. Like, that motherfucker was prepared.
He didn't seem super angry, though.
That's true. I wish they made him more angry like he is in the Clone Wars.
Probably just didn't develop that part.
And you could see how angry he was in the new movie.
Absolutely.
Like, you could hear it in his fucking voice, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, that's how Darth Maul's supposed to be, which is fucking sweet. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
He gets fucked up by Obi-Wan, cut in half, thrown down that pit.
Yeah, goes to Lothar Minor.
So hang on. So when you first told me this, or when I watched it actually, I was thinking if he's just sitting there for 12 years, wouldn't he just fucking get over it?
I don't think that's a thing.
I mean, I feel like you just get over it.
I feel like Jedi could.
But the way you described it, where he has to funnel his hatred, otherwise he'll just die. Mm-hmm. Well, that definitely clears it up. If you're just full of hate for that full 12 years, there's obviously no getting over it because you have to survive.
Right.
So, in fact, it's going to be a lot worse than.
And he got to the point where he was so mad that he didn't even know what he was angry about. Mm-hmm. He was just an angry person. And then every once in a while, he'd something would make him remember Obi-Wan. And then you could just fucking feel it. Like on Clone Wars, you've seen it when Savage brings him up and just feel the hatred in him.
It's fucking crazy. So, how the fuck did he get into the Han Solo movie?
There's a lot that goes down. Okay. So Savage goes to the ship planet, Lothar Minor, finds Darth Maul. Obviously, he's mad. He has no idea who Savage is, but Savage fights him. He's able to do enough to just hurt him, let him know that he's like, I'm your brother. I'm not trying to hurt you. Mm-hmm. You know, just chill him the fuck out. He puts him on his ship and he takes him back to their planet, to Mother Talzin. And that's where she heals his mind. Mm-hmm. And she gives him some bullshit robot legs.
That was pretty bullshit. But
yeah, like they're like dinosaur robot legs out of all. Like you can't make human legs. You can make fucking robot legs, but you can't make human robot legs. Are you fucking serious? You're that good, but you can't do one little thing. She did that shit just to troll him, dude. Like there's no other reason.
Well, he does have big ass claw feet now. I'm sure that'll be useful. They look like Grievous's legs.
Yeah, they do. But
did she build Grievous?
I don't think so.
Are you sure? Because he's mostly person, or he was
a person.
He was
yes.
a person.
But I don't know if it was her that did it. I know General Grievous kills her.
Jesus!
General Grievous kills all the Night Sisters. He killed Odaka.
Oh, that's right. I watched that.
He
didn't kill Talzin, though.
Yeah, he does, though.
Great. Thanks.
In the future.
What the fuck?
After he's all healed up from Mother Talzin, him and Savage go on a mission to face Obi-Wan. And Darth Maul knows what's, like, how to get to Obi-Wan. So he goes to the Mandalorian planet.
Mandalore.
Is that what it's called?
Yep.
And the leader of the
Duchess.
The Mandalore planet, I was getting there, the Duchess, had a thing with Obi-Wan.
A thing?
I think that they were like, he was.
We're not going into that.
He was hitting that.
We'll talk about that when the Obi-Wan movie comes up. Stop it.
Dude, that's Rey's mom. Or that's Rey's grandma.
No, it's not.
I'm fucking telling you.
It's not.
Right now.
No.
What is it? May 31st. You heard it here first. Rey is related to Obi-Wan.
Probably did not hear it first.
Heard it here first. I did not watch anything that influenced me to say that at all.
Of course not.
But he goes there, he captures the Duchess, and then he lets Obi-Wan know. Like, I got your bitch.
Let him know.
Yeah, he sends him like a little video.
Just teases him.
You know how they have those blue little videos?
Hologram.
Yeah, hologram. And he has like 4 people sitting there terrorist style that are down.
Terrorist style.
Like their hands behind their back, just knowing that their lives are going to end. I think about that sometimes, like what I would do in that situation. It fucking freaks me out. I can't even imagine. But anyways, he kills them all. And he tells Obi-Wan, like, come on, or else your bitch is next. So he comes there. Darth Maul tells him to come alone. And he gets caught. He gets captured. Mm-hmm. And while he's captured, Darth Maul brings the Duchess in front of him and kills her.
What?
Kills her.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Right in front of Obi-Wan. So, once that happens and all the little birdies tell everybody, Darth Sidious finds out, he realizes that Darth Maul is somebody not to fuck with. He's like, okay, this guy's starting to become a rival, and there can only be one.
Because he's no longer under Sidious as an apprentice.
Correct.
He's kind of doing his own
Darth
thing.
Sidious doesn't want him anymore.
Right.
Like, he tried to go to Darth Sidious, and Darth Sidious said, I already have somebody. Like, you're nothing to me. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of fucked up, dude.
It's kind of true.
He, like, literally raised him.
Stole him from his family, raised him on his own.
He fought for Darth Sidious.
Forced
he gets
him to
chopped in
suffer.
half.
Oh my
survives for fucking 12 years out of pure hatred, and you're just like, you're nothing to me. Come on, give him some slack. But anyways,
I'd be much more pissed at Sidious than Obi-Wan.
Oh, yeah, he definitely had it. And he has even more when Darth Sidious comes to Mandalore.
Oh, God.
Literally comes there by himself and sees Darth Maul, sees Savage, walks in their room. Darth Maul is sitting there. He's like, I'm the new Sith Lord, or some shit like that. And they start throwing blows.
Oh, my God.
Savage Opress and Darth Maul both go at him at the same time. Darth Sidious, now he has that evil laugh while he's fighting. Mm-hmm. Just laughing away, fucking them both up. Ends up killing Savage Opress. What? And just fucking toys with Darth Maul. That's how good Darth Sidious is.
That's insane.
Yeah. And he's just shocking the shit out of him, just talking shit. And then Darth Maul's like begging and pleading for his life like a little pussy.
Damn.
And Darth Sidious keeps him alive. He lets him live. And he only let him live because he was going to use Darth Maul to try to find Mother Talzin.
He's probably got some sentimental value in there.
I don't know, dude.
You raised him. He's got to have something.
I don't think if he had sentimental value for anybody, I thought it would be for Vader. But look what he purposely did to his suit to make him always feel hate and feel pain.
Well, obviously he's not very nice about it, but he still cares.
I don't think you can like find the caring inside of that.
There's no balance there?
There's nothing that he's ever done that showed me he's cared about somebody.
I know that the Sith way is not to care, but this is a normal guy. He was a normal person.
Every plot that he's ever thought of, every time he spoke, it's only been for his benefit or something that he has planned in the future for his benefit. There's never been a time where he's done something for somebody else.
You spend how long? How old is Darth Maul? It's got to be like 30.
Older than that.
Well, he took him when he was a kid and he basically raised him. How do you have no attachment there? Even if you're dark side. Dark side people form attachments all the time.
I don't know. I'm not Darth Sidious, but I'm telling you, I don't think that asshole had any attachment.
Oh, well. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
So he lets him go. Darth Maul goes running to Mama. Mm-hmm. And then Darth Sidious comes there. Or not Darth Sidious. General Grievous comes there and ends up killing Mother Talzin. Yeah.
Did Sidious send him there?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So then Darth Maul is pretty much on the run for a long time. But while he's on the run, he starts forming these groups. Like when he was with the Mandalorians, he what are those people called? Like Boba Fett.
Mandalorians.
Is it Mandalorians?
Mm-hmm.
Well, while he was there, he was the leader, and a lot of them still stuck with him. Like half of the population of like their soldiers and shit were on his side. And then he started finding other factions to help him, and they were called like the Death Watch. Jeez. And there was people like the Black Sun, the Pike Syndicate,
gangsters, basically.
Yeah, and the Hutts. Like he had Jabba the Hutt working for him too. So he found like this new power and this new order through all these scoundrels, these bounty hunters and shit, because they all had to work for him. And that's basically where he's at in the Han Solo movie. Like those people in the Crimson, what is it called? Crimson Order or some shit?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn. Khaleesi's little tattoo thing. All those motherfuckers work for Darth Maul. Yeah. So that's where he's at in that movie.
What?
And then, obviously, shortly after that, he, do you want me to tell you?
Yeah. Come this far.
Well, I don't know the whole Rebel story. I haven't gotten that
Christ,
far.
man.
But anyways, like he goes through the Rebels, and he has to deal with Ahsoka Tano and all the Phoenix Squad people, and he tries to make Ezra his little apprentice several times, but it never works out. But long story short, Ezra has this crystal, a light side crystal. Darth Maul has the dark side crystal. He convinces Ezra to come to Darth Maul, and then they form the crystals for both their mutual benefit. And that crystal allowed Darth Maul to see a vision to prove that Obi-Wan was still alive, because he thought after Order 66
that he would have been killed
that
like
he was
everyone
dead.
else.
Yeah. But he realized no, he wasn't. And that rage was there. It was back from the fucking. And the first thing that he does is go right to Tatooine, and he wants to fuck Old Ben up, man.
Obviously, he's got some bones to pick.
Tatooine, or not Tatooine. Old Ben is there protecting somebody.
This isn't like old Ben. This is like middle-aged Ben, maybe.
No, he's
old.
He's old man. He looks just like how he does in the game.
Oh, okay.
But he's protecting something important. I'm not going to spoil that because I don't want to ruin episodes 4, 5, and 6.
It's very important.
Yeah. And so Skywalker, if you don't know that, you can go fucking die in a hole. I don't care. I hate you all.
That's very strict. All right.
And he brings Ezra there as bait. So he throws Ezra in this fucking sand pit, and Old Ben comes to try to save the day. Ezra runs. Darth Maul goes after Old Ben.
Classic Sith distraction.
Yeah, so finally, after all these years of all that rage, he finally thought that he had the opportunity to kill Obi-Wan.
Vengeance.
His vengeance was
finally be his.
It was going to be there. He was going to manifest it, Didn't work out.
No, not to spoil the 4, 5, and 6 anymore, but Old Ben does survive.
Yes. The move that he used on Qui-Gon Jinn, if you remember from episode 1, how he bunts him in the head with his lightsaber in the middle, and then he turns around and stabs him in the back.
There's a little pirouette, yeah.
Like, psh, and then you see Obi-Wan go, no! And then Qui-Gon just, and he dies, right? He tried to do the same thing on Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan ain't no punk bitch.
Absolutely not.
If there's any Jedi that knows how to manifest all of the Force that he can use at that one time, it's Obi-Wan.
He's bringing exactly what he needs to.
Yeah, I feel like he can control the Force in the dire moments almost as good as anybody. And that was a dire moment. No, it was. In the show, it made it look pretty fucking easy. As soon as Darth Maul tried to hit Obi-Wan in the face with his little pump, he's going to punt him pop. Obi-Wan just slashed right through.
Just right down the middle?
Right down the middle. Chopped the lightsaber in half and fucked Darth Maul up.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and as he's falling, he's like, about to die. Obi-Wan even grabs him. And they start talking to each other. And then Darth Maul knows he's obviously hiding or protecting somebody in Tatooine. So he goes, is this person the chosen one? Will he bring balance to the Force? And then Obi-Wan says yes. And then Darth Maul is has this big sigh of relief. He goes, he's like, at last, we're free. And it was almost like they genuinely cared about each other. They hated each other so much. Or not.
See what I was saying?
I don't think Obi-Wan hated him. But,
I doubt it, yeah. Well, he might. Killed his master.
But Obi-Wan is
probably over it.
He's like that fucking. He's the homie. He's the homie of Star Wars for sure. he gets everybody's back, and he does a lot of the grunt work. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
He's like the best friend that you want. You know,
The Ron Weasley of Star Wars.
that's such a terrible comparison.
know.
God damn it, man! You ruined it. I'm over here talking highly of him. You bring up this fucking dweeb who hasn't been in anything since other than a goddamn music video.
Listen,
He was in Ed Sheeran's.
he doesn't need
video.
to be in anything else.
Anyways, so that's how Darth Maul dies, and that's how episode 4 starts.
That better be how the fucking Obi-Wan movie goes then.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't be mad at them having a movie of right after Order 66 too. Like, I know we've seen the cartoon version of it, but it'd be interesting to see
I don't think they do
that
that.
in a movie.
I think they try to stay within this little trilogy that they've created in the just before episode 4 time frame.
They are doing that because Rogue One was in around the same time.
Yeah. All these
interesting.
Star Wars stories seem to be fit in that little gap where the Clone Wars and the actual movies
And
are
then-
distanced.
I'm sure the next one will be the gap in between 6 and 7. Was there? Yeah, there was a gap. Obviously, there was a huge gap there.
An enormous gap. Yeah, that'll be the next set. Yep.
Look at
This
that. We
shit's
figured
going
this
on
shit
for
out.
a while. We got you figured out, Disney.
But yeah, overall, Han Solo, great movie.
Mhm.
I feel like there's so much unnecessary hate. I feel like people wanted to hate the movie.
Yeah, it's just a mob mentality, like getting against Roseanne.
Yeah,
People want to not like it because everyone else doesn't like it.
Roseanne is getting hit pretty hard right now over that
That's
joke.
true.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we were recording then.
Yeah.
But that's all I got for Star Wars.
That was a lot of Star Wars.
Quit fucking hating on the Solo movie. Appreciate it for what it is. It's not an episode blank movie.
It's true.
It's a
It's
sub
a
Star Wars.
Star
movie.
Wars story.
Yeah, it's like the Ant-Man of the Avengers.
You really like that comparison.
Yeah, I
don't you? Boba
And
then
or
Obi-Wan.
something. Yeah, because he could
Kenobi. It'd probably be Kenobi. And then it'll reveal
Obi-Wan.
Ray Kenobi at the end.
Dude, that'd be sick.
It's not
If
gonna
they make an Obi-Wan movie and then it shows at the very end of the movie that he has a baby. Ooh,
Right. So NBA 2K18, Motor City MyLeague, that was a thing. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We did a couple episodes of that, and then we started fucking losing.
Same shit, man. Past 3 games. Are you gonna tell me that there's a New Hope or something?
A New Hope,
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars style. Well,
You got your Luke in the bag of aces.
we haven't released any new episodes since our crushing defeats, those 3 in a row. And I've been actually working on the game. First of all, I changed my shot. Super crisp now. Crisper than crisp.
That has nothing to do with you
No, it
making
doesn't.
or missing, right?
It helps me, though. Helps my confidence for
Does
sure.
it help you get a better shot percentage? Like, can you time it better based
I mean,
off how
it's-
your guy shoots the ball?
I think so, but it's
So that might be a thing.
It's entirely on me. But anyway, more importantly, I changed the sliders to something that is very popular in the community, a slider set called Armor and Swords on Operation Sports. Definitely recommend you check it out.
Is that like all the settings
Mm-hmm.
in the game?
Mm-hmm. Frequency of your threes going in, how many times you get fouled, how many times you draw fouls, things like that.
Did that go up or down?
I don't know. I didn't check them.
You just
It was
downloaded
ma-
the most popular one and
I made sure that our shots weren't like at fucking 70. 3-point shots only at 51, and it was at 50. So,
okay.
but I've noticed during my practice games in testing these out that the games are definitely more fun. The shots just seem to go in more. The defense seems like is more intense, but it doesn't seem unfair. Doesn't seem like being robbed of anything.
It's almost like a playoff game, like higher pace.
It feels like real basketball instead of you trying to get around a bullshit computer.
I need to play the game more to
You
get
need to
better.
fucking practice, yeah.
Yeah, because I only play pretty much whenever we record.
Yeah.
I went to go buy it on Xbox earlier today,
Okay.
and I checked the sales just because I was curious.
Yeah.
And NHL 18 is on sale for $15 right now,
$15?
and it's rated 5 stars. And then I looked up NBA 2K18, and it's $60, and for some reason it's 2 stars out of 5.
I don't think people like the microtransactions.
Oh, so they're rating it based off of that?
Maybe. It's like riddled with them. We don't experience it because we only play fucking My League.
When did it come out? Did it come out? Like, is NHL 18 going to be
It
coming
would
out
have been
soon?
at the beginning of the NBA season. Same for NHL.
So is it even worth buying? Or am I going to have to like buy a new one in like a month?
Like 3 months. 2 months. If you want to practice, I recommend buying it.
It's true.
If not, no one cares. Anyway, I bought a game. Detroit
You did.
Become Human.
About time.
Talked about it last week. About how it's a Android-driven, sci-fi, futuristic.
It's a Westworld game.
Okay, that's not how I would describe it.
It's a
Personally.
Westworld game where it's not in its own little world. It's part of human society.
Basically what I was going to say. It's set in the future in Detroit. That's why it's called Detroit Become Human. Where androids are like a normal commodity. Your butlers, your maids, your gardeners. They're normal, like the grunt jobs.
So all the grunt
androids.
jobs now in the world are androids?
Well, not like the entire world. For
Or
instance,
America.
Canada forbid them, apparently. Of course they did.
I watched you play it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And when... Should I spoil anything?
No, we're not going to spoil anything.
Well, I'll say this.
Okay.
There was one part where I got very intense with a guy and two girls.
Mm-hmm.
Let your imagination run wild, people.
Okay.
And the decisions you were making, because you got to make the decisions,
Uh-huh.
and it impacts the story. Like, I felt like that was a movie scene right there, and it was going to go south real quick.
What do you mean?
Like, I thought you were going to...
You thought I was going to fuck it up?
Yeah, I thought you were going to fuck it up.
Wow. Hold nothing back, buddy.
I
Thanks.
don't think you know how to talk to deranged people.
What do you mean?
But you actually turned out to get it kind of good. Not really, though.
I think I did fine. I did what I was supposed to
I
do.
think if you did what I told you to do...
You didn't tell me to do shit. I was not going to... Yeah, then you hear my gunshot. You have no idea about...
Get a pillow.
You see what your problem is?
Over the gun. Silencer.
Your problem is you're always living in the moment. You're not looking ahead. You're not looking forward to the repercussions that are going to be the result of your actions.
Are you trying to tell me
You can't
that
just shoot an android, man.
I only live in the present? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah.
I think that's the best compliment I've got all day today.
Well, you're welcome. Anyway, back to this game. We get my little review in progress since I have played a little bit of it. I can't tell if I'm like halfway through or like a third or a fifth of the way through. It's kind of hard to tell.
How long have you been playing it?
I don't know. Maybe 4 hours.
Did you get baked and just like lost track of time?
Basically.
I did that with God of War.
And I did that numerous times, so it's very hard to keep track when that happens. But anyway, Detroit is all about making choices, and it holds nothing back in allowing you to make pretty fucked up choices or missing opportunities to advance a story in a certain direction. In fact, it shines a light on that, showing you like this tree of decisions that you did make, decisions that you didn't make, and they'll black that out so you don't get spoiled or anything. It'll even show you percentages of what people have done in the world or even your friends have done.
What do you mean?
Like the choices that they made. Like percentage of people chose this choice over this choice.
Oh, that's sweet. There's no multiplayer, is there?
No.
Okay.
That's about the extent of that.
That'd be intense. Is that the
How would that even
future?
work?
Is that the future of decision-making games, making it multiplayer?
I don't know how that would
So
work.
somebody else's decisions impacts your story? Like you can do it with like 5 people online or some shit? Pretty dope idea.
I mean, it sounds nice on paper, but I think logistically that would not make any sense.
I feel like people would be like ruining your story constantly.
It'd be good practice.
Practice for me getting fucking mad and throwing my controller at the TV.
Yeah, people suck.
I do that too much. I get angry at games sometimes.
You get angry in general.
I get angry when I play Halo and I lose.
I know.
Sometimes when I lose over bullshit, I want to like, just squeeze the shit out of my controller.
I've done that. While playing basketball, in fact, NBA 2K18.
What's the worst thing you've raged on? Like, what's the worst thing that happened?
Well, the worst thing that happened was that I broke my PS4 controller.
That's the worst.
Yeah. I'm a composed person. I'm not a
That ain't
fucking
shit.
psychopath.
That's child's play, son.
Maniac.
What game were you playing?
I was playing baseball. Shit just wasn't going my way.
Yeah, if I played baseball, I'd probably put a bullet in my head, so I feel you.
Wow. Okay. That's a little
Boring
dramatic.
ass sport.
All I even did was just like throw the controller up because I was fed up with the bullshit that was happening.
You're just like, I'm done.
I was just, fuck that. And it landed on the floor wrong and fucking shattered into pieces. It was absurd. I was like, well, great. Now I gotta deal with that too.
Do you, like, as soon as it let go of
the
your
instant.
hand, did
like,
you,
that was dumb.
instant regret?
It was like before I even threw it, I knew it was dumb.
The worst thing that happened to me, I don't know if I've ever even told you this. When I was younger, I was a poor individual, right?
You were a what?
A porn
individual? What does a porn individual even mean, and why are you telling me about it?
I guess I was a porn individual.
Oh, God.
But I was also a poor individual. I was a porn individual.
Okay, there you go.
And I wanted to get an Xbox, but my family couldn't afford getting me an Xbox.
She's got a PlayStation.
So I had to work for it. So I spent a whole summer babysitting for my aunt, like every day, because she was like working doubles and shit, trying to like, I don't know what she was saving up for. She was doing something with her mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
So I babysit every day for like 12 hours a day, and I get $40 a day.
Seriously?
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest money, but I mean, it's easy
I
money.
guess it's something.
Yeah. So I saved up last summer, and I had like $1,200, and it was enough for me to get a laptop and an Xbox 360 and Halo 3. So
Okay.
I get my Xbox 360. I'm 24 years old. I'm still obsessed with Halo 3. So imagine me back then. Like that was my life. That consumed me.
Yeah, I can picture it. You were pretty large, and I'm sure that's not just because of the food you were eating.
Probably nothing to do with that. Way more so just sitting on
You're
my ass.
stationary for the majority of the time.
And my albuterol inhaler, that definitely doesn't help because it has a steroid in it. And if you take steroids and you're just sitting around and you're lazy as shit and you eat bad and you're depressed and all those wonderful combinations, you blow up.
Jesus
Anyways,
Christ.
back to the story.
Okay.
I hooked up my Xbox. My mom had internet because there was times in my life that we didn't have internet. And I was playing Halo and I was excited. Only bad thing was the internet sucked dick. So I was laggy every game. But I pushed through and I was playing and I was winning, having fun. And then I started to lose and I'd get frustrated because it wasn't my fault I was losing. I was losing because of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And the first day I had my Xbox, dude. First day I bought it, I unpackaged it, put Halo in, I start playing it. I start losing. I get so mad. I grab the Xbox and I throw it.
The whole thing?
I picked it up, fucking ripped the cords out of it, and threw it.
Are you serious?
As soon as it left my fingertips, I yelled, "No!" Like somebody losing their child, man.
No!
And then I ran to it and I picked it up and like cradled it like it was my baby.
Oh my God.
I'm not even joking. I was like, fuck. I was like looking around like, did I break this thing? I'm like shaking it. I heard a little screws loose.
Yep.
a little rattling. But
Oh my God.
nope. That thing worked for like another 4 fucking years.
What?
I remember that because yours got the red ring of death and mine was still kicking.
It did get the red ring of death, but I fucking dealt with it. I wrapped that shit in towels.
I remember you telling me about that. I never had to do that. I had the red wing. Red wing? Red wing? My R's and W's sometimes mix. Fuck you.
I think all the red wing shit that's around you.
Yeah, well, I had the red ring of death,
Mm-hmm.
but I never had to wrap it with a towel. I just turn it off, turn it back on, it'd be fine.
Well, fuck you. How about that?
Yep. Thanks, I appreciate that. I'll accept what you just said. I'll analyze it in my head.
How about you just shut the fuck
I'll
up?
think about why you said it, if it was me that caused it, if you're just a bad person.
The
And then
fuck?
I'll reassess the situation
I'm gonna mute you.
and I will further
Say
conversation.
bye to Nick, guys. Anyway. So Detroit Become Human, it's a very emotional game. I'm only like halfway through and I've already been on like the edge of my seat like 5 times. Literally just now I was playing it and I like lost my breath.
There was a time where you got to run across the street.
I was fucking all kinds of up.
In this game, it's kind of like God of War, where you got to press buttons.
Quick time events.
Yeah, throughout scenes and shit.
You get presented with buttons that you have to press or combinations of buttons, and it gets pretty fucking intricate.
Yeah, like God of War, you're finishing a boss off and they got to do a dope death, which I hate because you never get to see the death because you're so worried about the buttons.
Maybe if you just have
I don't have
focus.
Yeah, I have terrible peripheral vision. But anyways, he had to do it running across the street in an intense situation. He fucked up like 8 times and getting smoked by cars. I was just watching.
I wasn't
what
prepared.
the fuck's going on, dude?
I wasn't prepared for it at all.
I didn't know you were fucking up. I thought the story was just that brutal.
Yeah, I was getting pieced up by cars. It was bad.
Oh man.
But I made it. I really recommend the game, by the way.
I guess I recommend it too. I know if I like a game, if I could watch somebody play it and be interested. I feel like that's
It's been the last 2 games that I played.
I almost like that more than playing the game myself, and I don't know why.
Interesting.
That's the thing.
Make sure you turn into the passive plays videos that will be coming out soon.
I guess so. You can do the passive plays, and I'll review them. Like,
Okay, maybe not.
I can't fucking watch
I don't
this
like the
shit.
sound of that. You just come in with random tidbits of
Oh.
shit talk. Could do it. Anyway, other news. Cavs and Warriors is happening again.
Man,
It's rough times.
I cannot fucking believe the first game.
Yeah, so by the time this episode is out, the second game will have already been played.
And LeBron will have
Probably
even the series.
Hopefully he'll sacrifice J.R. Smith or something.
If he can even the series, then I think they got a chance. But if it's
I don't
2-0,
think so.
it's gonna be so hard to win that second game.
Yeah.
Like LeBron had to give his all that first game.
Well,
And Golden State, they never lose first games.
yeah.
And what the fuck was J.R. Smith thinking? Did you listen
He
to
thought
his?
they were ahead.
No, he told the press in the press conference that he did. Excuse me. And we're back. He told the press conference people that he knew the score was tied, but he ran out thinking LeBron was going to call a timeout. And he said, why would I try to make a shot over KD? He said, that doesn't make any sense. So there was obviously miscommunication between teammates and his lack of confidence to make the shot.
He literally said on the court, I didn't know we were ahead.
Yeah, because I read that, or I watched that little clip, and I was like looking at the comments just to see what people were thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was saying, like, he literally said he thought that they were ahead.
He literally said it. You could see him.
So that's
LeBron
bad.
was so pissed off. You see his face on the court?
Yeah.
I felt like secondhand shame for J.R. Smith, and then I just went back to hating him.
Dude, that's like when you do your all for your child. Like
and they still fail you.
You give them the perfect school, the best nutrition, you give them opportunities for anything he wants in life or she wants in life. Buy them whatever they want, you spoil the fuck out of them, and they turn out to be a deranged asshole. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, kid?
That's kind of what it's like. He's getting paid $13 million to not know what the score is in a finals game.
Dude, that you can't make those mistakes.
You can't.
Like, that's what separates great players from just average players.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to that time, the crunch time, when you fucking need to score, you need to show up, and you choke that hard, to me, that just lets me know that you're not mentally confident in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're that confident and you're actually into the game, thinking that you're going to win, I don't think you make that mistake. I think he picked up the ball, he's like, oh shit, what do I do now? What do I do now? And he just, like, his first instinct was to fucking get open.
Yeah.
Or try to, like, make space.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Well, that's probably how a lot of the Cavs are, because they probably don't shoot first. They pass first.
None of them are prepared for this. You can tell with players like Jordan Clarkson.
They all played pretty well.
Well, Jordan Clarkson definitely has the yips.
He missed a lot of 3 points.
He was 0 for 9.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I thought he made a few.
No. I don't think so.
God damn.
Maybe you're thinking of someone else.
How did Kevin Love do?
I'm not sure about Kevin Love's stats. I think he's doing, like, decent, but...
I watched the first half, so I don't know the second half, but the first half, everybody was probably producing. LeBron was going wild, but the rest of the team was supporting him.
And LeBron kept going wild, and they started to fizzle and choke at the end. Aside from JR fucking up, George Hill missed a free throw, though.
Yeah, I heard there was a lot of ref controversy.
Took a charge call, or it wasn't a charge call, and then they turned it into a charge call.
So he got a charging foul when he shouldn't have? Is that what happened?
Yep, and that gave KD free throws
So is
that
that
he shouldn't have gotten. And then George Hill gets free throws. He misses one. J.R. Smith picks up the rebound. No one calls timeout.
I definitely don't think that it's rigged. Because if it was gonna be rigged, wouldn't the refs be on Cleveland's side? Like, what makes the NBA more money?
I thought they were on Cleveland's side in the beginning. I was starting to think it was rigged because Cleveland looked like they were getting all the favorable calls. And I was thinking, of course, they're going to do this just to keep Cleveland alive. But I mean, last year it only went to 5 games. And I feel like that would have leaked by now.
Man,
we would know.
I'm so, like, upset because I don't want Golden State to win. They're like, I don't even know how to explain it. They're like the fucking
New York Yankees.
Yeah, they always win. They have way too much on their team. Well, it's way too stacked.
They've only been winning in the past 5 years.
True.
LeBron's been winning for longer than that.
But KD took a pay cut to go there, right?
I think so.
And then now Clay's talking about this pay cut, which I know is bullshit. I know personally it's bullshit, but people think that he may actually stay with Golden State. Little do they know,
I think that
Clay's had talks with the Detroit Pistons. I got the ins on this shit. I'm telling you.
No, this is true.
Breaking news. Next year, the Pistons coach will be Casey.
What's his name?
Casey something.
No.
Dwayne Casey.
Jesus.
Am I right?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. And Klay Thompson will be on the team. So then you got Klay, Blake, Drummond, Reggie, and then who's their fifth?
Stanley Johnson. Or Luke Kennard if they
Luke Kennard.
Better.
I feel like he'll be better.
Well, he already produced better if he can grow more.
But he will. He has a lot of room to grow.
Mm-hmm. That's what they thought about Stanley.
Stanley was playing good.
Stanley's not good.
He was playing pretty well.
When? How many in all the games that you watched?
Yeah,
you watched every single one, didn't you? Know everything that Stanley did.
Like a solid. I don't know. Like 10.
I think you probably watched a quarter of Pistons basketball.
I watched a quarter of each game. It ain't my fault they're so goddamn late.
I know. I don't blame you either. On the real though, if the Cavs are going to win it all, they're going to have to keep doing what they've been doing and getting the ball in the KD's hands. Because
putting it in the KD's hands, so LeBron could shut him down.
Basically, but you saw he was making some turnovers and some mistakes when it was just on him, and LeBron just jumped in his face. And he's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Throws the ball away.
I think he panics when he faces LeBron.
Absolutely. So that's their best chance. Because if they're passing it around, they're just going to get to one of the best fucking shooters in the world anyway. So
if LeBron wins this finals, if he somehow pulls this off when nobody thought he was going to make it past the second round, like nobody did, does that make him the GOAT?
I think so. He's basically starring in Space Jam 2 right now. It's the fucking Monstars. He's gonna have to stretch his arm 40 fucking feet to do it. I think he deserves to be the GOAT if he can.
Do you think he's going to? Or no?
Nah.
I think what's the over under?
Golden State in 4.
I think they're gonna win their home games, dude.
How?
What do you mean how?
LeBron can't put up 50 a night.
Says who?
Says this was the first time that he's ever done that.
He's been elevating his game even more every fucking series, son. You telling me?
I'm telling you, he is human. Though he surprises us numerous times, he is human. He's not going to do 50 per game.
I feel like even
when he did do 50, he still lost.
Human. Dalton Johnston, 5'8", blah, 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 whatever.
Believable.
LeBron James, 6'8", 280 pounds. You're telling me that you guys are the same humans? That guy's a superhuman. He's a superhero.
Got a little weird for a second there.
He's human, yes, sure, but he's also a great. And he knows how much this moment right here is going to impact his legacy. That's
fine and all, but you can't do it alone. Sorry. He learned that lesson a lot.
Which I don't think he did last game.
No, he didn't. The Cavs are kind of playing, but when you shit the bed like they did,
they just gotta. Do you think they're gonna scratch Homeboy for the next game or make him a bench player?
If it were up to me, he'd be on the fucking streets.
On the streets. He'd take everything he got.
Well, no, I'll just kick him out of the building, which is where the street is.
They need him, right? They need J.R. Smith.
They do need a wing player. He plays decent defense. He's got the wingspan to cover guys like KD. He knows how position, which is great.
How to injure Clay, so that's good.
That wasn't intentional. You even said it when we were fucking watching it. Get out of here.
All right, enough about basketball.
You going MMA?
Sure, let's go MMA.
Okay. Did you have any other options? 'Cause I'm pretty sure that's our last shit to talk about.
Nope. MMA. Michael Bisping retired.
He gone.
He officially retired, dude.
He was old anyway.
Yes, he was old, but his career is unbelievable. I don't know, I feel like he's so underrated and a lot of people don't appreciate him.
I don't appreciate him. I can tell.
Earlier today, I listened to Ariel Helwani on his YouTube channel posted up his favorite moments, his favorite clips from all of his Michael Bisping interviews.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, he's an arrogant prick, right?
Right.
Everybody knows that. But he's an honest, arrogant prick.
Yeah,
he'll tell you that he has respect for you. He tells you that he's doing this to sell a fight. He likes to bust people's balls, but he doesn't take horrible cheap shots. At least he used to not. Other than Yoel Romero, ripping the flag and shit, trying to be the ultimate villain.
Yeah.
But before that, he only let shit get personal when other people would get personal. They talk about his family or things like that.
Right. He'll never be the first one to cross the line.
Right. And I another thing too that's inspiring about Bisping is he never gave up ever.
True.
Throughout all those interviews, he was always saying, "Believe you me, I will be the champion one day." From years ago. Even after he lost, Ray lost to Chael Sonnen. He's yeah, I lost, but I'm going to pick myself back up. Every time I come back from a loss, I win and get better, and I'm going to use this. And he's never lost back to back other than the last two fights of his career. Yeah, he's 30-9. He's tied for the most wins in the UFC. He's second for the most octagon time behind Frankie Edgar, like 6 hours in the octagon.
Who has he beat besides Silva?
A lot of people. Dan Henderson.
Okay.
Luke Rockhold.
Mm-hmm.
CB Dalloway.
I meant notable people.
CB Dalloway is notable.
Like notable. Things that would make me think that he's a great.
Brian Stan, back in the day. Jason Mayhem Miller, back in the day. Alan Belcher, who we had a huge rival with. Jorge Rivera, who he also had a huge rival with, but he's not like anything special. He lost to Dan Henderson. He beat Chris Levin. He lost to Rashad Evans. He beat Matt the Hammer Hamill, who was deaf. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Okay.
He was on The Ultimate Fighter. But that's pretty much it for the rest of his career. Like, he's had a lot of fucking wins. He's 30-9, but those are his notable wins. The only people who he's lost to, like Rashad Evans, he's clean, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one loss that's clean. Second loss, Dan Henderson.
Right.
TRT. Right? These are UFC. Just, I know he has other losses in the past. Silva, Randy Silva. Decision unanimous. TRT.
Mm-hmm.
Or steroids. I guess technically he's never gotten caught. But when he went to go get tested, he literally ran away. Yeah, and he got suspended for life. And then, like, after 4 years, they took it away.
Wow.
Chael Sonnen, TRT.
Mm-hmm.
Vitor Belfort. That was
King TRT.
Yeah, King of TRT. Tim Kennedy, legit.
Mm-hmm.
Legit as fuck. Luke Rocco, legit. George St. Pierre, legit. Calvin, legit. So he's only lost to 5 people that are clean. And the last 2, or at least Calvin, I don't think you should really count that.
Right.
I think that was just him cashing in on a little bit extra before he retires.
Cashing in and cashing out.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, take those fucking other 4 or 5 people that he lost to that were on TRT.
It just seems like he can't beat the great people. And that's why I can't put him above
his whole career. People. That's how he was until the end.
Where he beat an old ass Silva and he managed to beat Rockhold.
He lost to Rockhold. He came back. He beat CB Dalloway. He beat Talis Lightus. He beat Anderson Silva. And that was a war. That was an amazing fight. When we both watched that fight, I thought Silva won at first. And then I rewatched it. And Bisping clearly won the rounds. And for him to come back after that fucking 3rd round, that fucking knockout, he was knocked out for a second there.
Yeah.
And he came back and won the fucking 4th round. Like, that's how you know you're tough as shit. His cardio is on another level. It's up there with the Diaz bros.
Sure. But, I mean, Anderson wasn't what he was either.
Sure. He was still fucking good. He was really good. And then after really Anderson, he beat Luke Rockhold on a week notice.
Mm-hmm.
And then he beat Dan Henderson.
One of these things is not like the others, is what I'm saying.
What?
Luke Rockhold. That's like a top tier victory.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he doesn't have a lot of those.
And I agree with you until the end of his career. That's what I'm saying. Like, every time he's climbed up the mountain, he's gotten closer and closer, and he gets one win away.
I'm not saying till the end of his career. I'm saying excluding Rockhold, I feel like there's not that many top tier victories.
I think Silva's a top tier victory.
I don't think so, man.
Are you serious?
It was at the end of both of their careers.
Who's beat Silva?
At the end of both of their careers?
Who has beat Silva, motherfucker? Can you name any other people other than Weidman?
Well, no, but that doesn't prove your point at all. That just proves my ignorance.
It proves the fucking... Okay, he's lost to Weidman twice. Mm-hmm. Elite. He had a no contest against Nick, which he technically won the fight. But
are we talking about Silva?
Yes.
We don't need to do that.
Lost to Bisping and Daniel Cormier.
How old was he?
Don't matter. His last fight was a win against Derek Brunson, which may have been a controversial win, but we're not going to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line is, he beat one of the GOATs. He got him a title shot. He fucking capitalized on a short notice title shot, won the title, took full advantage of having that title, which you can't be mad at. I mean, do your thing, make your money.
For real.
And
live it up.
And he actually accomplished his dream. Nobody thought that he was going to be a champion. Ever. Like, nobody considered him a champion. They all considered him just a journeyman.
Mm-hmm.
A good fighter that was going to stay in the top 10, top 5 for the rest of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect that shit. I respect that he never gave up and he continued to work hard. He's like one of those people that proves that hard work pays off eventually if you don't quit.
Sure. Definitely.
And I think that's what his career should be most memorable, like remembered for. That and the shit talking. He was one of the first people that knew how to sell a fight.
For real.
Like, obviously, there was Tito before him that knew how to sell a fight. But Bisping did it in a more genuine way, I feel. Like, that's just who Michael Bisping is.
Right, he's not acting or anything.
Yeah.
Even though he does some of that, too.
But other than that, congratulations on a great career, Michael. Darren Till versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson happened last week. And
mixed feelings.
Mixed feelings for sure. When we first watched it, I think we both had the consensual agreement that we thought Wonderboy won.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that he outstruck Till the whole fight. I thought Till's only thing that he had on Wonderboy was octagon control. And he dropped Wonderboy in the 5th round.
And I feel like Wonderboy was surrendering that octagon control on purpose.
Yes, because he's a counter striker, and Till's a big motherfucker. So Wonderboy had to keep moving.
So do you think the judges include that in their decision?
I don't know, dude. I think the judges
obviously not. Otherwise, they would have fucking picked him, wouldn't they?
Don't know shit. Well, listen. I watched the fight again.
Okay.
And I don't think it was a robbery at all.
A what?
I don't think it was a robbery. I'm leaning towards Darren Till now.
Why?
I thought Wonderboy outstruck Till. Like, I thought he was tagging him the whole fight. Like, he wasn't hitting him with hard shots that are gonna drop him or phase him, but he was landing shots.
Yeah.
He threw 137 strikes, landed 55 of them. Till threw 125, landed 50. They were very fucking close. Like, I thought it was gonna be so much different. I thought it was gonna be a landslide how Wonderboy was outstriking Till.
Wasn't most at the later rounds though?
No. Like, throughout the whole fight, they were balanced. It was very close. And I thought that, like, Till was getting rocked a little bit. Like, whenever Wonderboy would come in real quick and hit him once, and he would just stay still.
He would make him step back a little bit, yeah.
Like, Darren Till was using that as a strategy. Like, whenever he didn't back up this, like, and he stood directly there, that's when, like, Wonderboy was talking about it after the fight. He goes, man, like, he's the first guy that I could blitz, go through, and he just stands there. He's like, he's a big boy. And I think Till, I'm leaning a little bit more towards Till now. Like, when I first watched it, I was like, fuck that, dude. That's bullshit. That's a that's a home decision. A hometown boy decision. They want that to win. Like, that was the perfect thing for the UFC, obviously, is Till winning.
Right.
But I do think Till won, but the only thing that bothers me now is the weight. Because that's such an advantage.
It is an advantage.
Do you know why? Like, the rumor as to why
I heard there was a rumor. I didn't.
You don't know what it is?
What it was, no.
I guess, I don't know if it's true because he hasn't confirmed it, but his girlfriend was having labor issues. Like, she was in labor that night. And there was some kind of issues with her baby, with their baby.
Right.
So he was going back and forth from the hotel, losing weight, to the hospital all night, and it didn't give him enough time to cut weight.
Right. Is that, like, verified or anything? Did he have a baby?
I don't know. I have no idea if it's verified.
I feel like that's easily verifiable.
Well, he won't say anything. Maybe she didn't have the baby, but there was problems with the pregnancy or something.
Gotcha.
Like, maybe she didn't have it yet.
Gotcha.
But Dana White wasn't all that mad at him, which usually when you miss weight with Dana White, you're fucking dead to him, you know?
So it's got to be for a good reason, then you think?
He said, like, he had personal issues. I'm not going to tell you what they are. It's not my place. If he wants to tell you, he can. But at the same time, you have to be professional. That's what he said. Which is kind of like a slap on the wrist from Dana White.
Okay, but what if Dana White is saying that just to protect the Golden Boy?
He might be, so that's, I don't know. But like, if that is true, if there was family issues, family is always more important.
Oh, definitely.
So I would have like zero grudges against him. If that's not true and he's exaggerating on it, then that just makes shit worse for him. Like, if that ever comes out to be true.
Yeah, I feel like someone's going to find that hospital file.
I don't think Darren Till is that type of person that's going to lie. Like, he seems genuine. Seem like he seems like a Conor McGregor. Just a bigger...
100% himself.
Yeah, he's 100% himself, and he's a fighter's fighter. Like, he doesn't really care. He offered Wonderboy 100% of his purse to keep the fight going, but they only took 30.
That's nice.
And Wonderboy was... Another thing, too, to help, like, not think the weight was that huge of a difference, is Wonderboy made Till weigh 188 pounds the day of the fight. Which is still 18 pounds overweight. But he's like, Till said that night he weighed himself before he went to bed and it was 192 pounds. So he had to, like that day of the fight, he had to go through a workout session before the fight, sauna and weigh in, and then like rehydrate and all that, and still fight. And he fought 5 rounds. He looked fresh. He looks like a world champion at 25 years old for sure. When you can have a striking contest with Wonderboy
For real.
for 5 rounds, you're elite. Who else does that? Woodley. That's it.
Yeah.
So
Literally it.
yeah. So Till's ranked number 2 now behind RDA, and RDA and Kobe are fighting this Saturday.
UFC 225.
I don't know who Till's gonna fight. I think the winner of that's supposed to fight Woodley, but Woodley wants to fight in July. So maybe they give Woodley Till. I think that's kind of early. I mean, I said that about Wonderboy too.
Did you?
Yeah. Dude, Wonderboy got the raw end of that fucking deal.
You kind of say that about a lot of people, to be honest.
Who else have I said it to?
I can't remember at the moment, but it doesn't matter.
Exactly, motherfucker.
You definitely have, though.
I probably said it a lot about Till, so you're thinking I say it about a bunch of different people?
No, you've definitely said it at least more than twice. So, UFC 225. Let's go back to that.
It's a big card. It's in your favorite town.
My favorite town?
Your favorite town.
What's my favorite town, Nick?
Chicago.
It's in Chicago?
Yes, you idiot. You fucking fool. I thought about getting you a ticket for your birthday, but I was like, that shit's way too expensive.
Wow, thanks.
He'll settle for Logic tickets. If he bitches and complains about that, he can go fuck himself.
Jesus. Was that your actual thought process?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thought you would like the tickets and not expect more.
I did. But now that I know there was something better, I'm a little upset.
Really?
Anyways.
Okay, I'll just take that ticket.
I don't know where they are. I have them locked away in my safe.
I'm pretty sure I haven't printed them out yet.
You gave them to me.
I did?
Have them, yes.
Oh, damn it.
You fool.
Never mind, God
you
damn it.
Fucking fool. Anyway, picks. Can we start from the bottom this time?
Not all the way.
Hang on.
I don't want to go through
I
all
want
of
to pick
them.
first.
Which fight do you want to do first?
Well, let's just talk briefly about each one then. Or the ones that we don't want to talk about too much. Benavidez. Oh my Jesus.
Benavidez?
Benavidez Pettis.
You want to go first?
I'll go first. Benavidez.
I like how you broke down each fighter before you made the pick.
That's not my job, Nick. That is not my job. My job is to throw a pick out there.
Why do you pick Benavidez?
I think he's bigger than Pettis. Is that correct?
If he is, it's not by much.
Oh, really?
Like I didn't notice it. Pettis is maybe taller because he's a little bit lengthier, but Benavidez is more stocky.
He has more weight on him. He's a better wrestler.
That's a for sure answer, yes.
Well, that's why I'm picking him. That's literally the only 2 reasons I had. Is I think he's bigger and I think he's a good wrestler.
This is Benavidez' first fight back in like a year and a half after.
I know it's been a while.
After an injury. He had to have surgery and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sergio's been doing well. Like I feel like he's performing better than people thought he was. Like his potential would be. He just lost to Henry Cejudo, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But other than that, he hasn't really lost in a while to any high-profile fights.
So I'm thinking that Benavidez is going to be a similar game as Cejudo, but he's slightly, obviously, a little worse than Cejudo.
No, he beat Cejudo.
Seriously?
Yeah. It was like a controversial decision, but it was one of those fights that was so close that you could go either way.
I gotcha.
Benavidez is legit as fuck. He's number 1, but the only issue is he got Mighty Mouse in his division.
Right. Quite an obstacle.
Yeah. I know Benavidez is salty because he's on Fight Pass. Fight Pass for the undercard or whatever. He's just salty. He's not higher up in the card. He said that they don't respect him.
I get it.
So he has that negative mindset in his head, but I don't know if that's going to impact his fight or not. The only thing I'm more worried about with him, other than anything, is ring rust. Like, it depends how he's going to be. If he comes in there and performs like how he can perform, then I think it'll be an easy decision for Benavidez. Like, he'll just wrestle him down for 3 rounds and win the decision.
Right.
But I can definitely see Pettis catching him if he's coming in there not on point, you know?
Yeah, he seems like he can.
I'm leaning towards Benavidez, but I guess
too late. You got
Pettis.
You got Pettis. Next. Lamas versus Bektic.
Yes.
Sure. You're positive?
Yes, I'm positive.
Okay. Who you got?
Bektic is he's young. He's thriving. He's like a new young gun in the show. You know, he's not too young, but he's starting to surge up the rankings.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I want to go with Ricardo Lamas. I think Ricardo is just like the Cub Swanson.
Yeah.
Are they in the same division? No. Yeah, they are. Damn, that'd be a good fight.
You sure they haven't?
I have no idea.
Anyway.
But I do think that Ricardo Lamas is like he's great everywhere. He's not amazing in any one area, but he's great everywhere.
Master of none.
Yes. And I think that's just going to be too much for Bektic.
Where is Bektic from? Do you know?
Bosnia.
I'm fine with Bektic.
You have no option, bitch.
Immigrant mentality, Nick.
Oh.
Speaking of,
I'm so salty.
The reason I wanted to pick first.
No shit.
It's because I easily picked Claudia Gadelha.
Versus Carla Esparza.
Mm-hmm.
Carla was the first strawweight champion ever. She won the Ultimate Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Her first title defense was against Joanna. She got pieced the fuck up.
It was rough.
She's beat Rose in the past. She just won her last fight against your other man crush.
Man crush?
Fucking, I don't think she looks all that great.
I don't know which one you're referring to.
From Team Alpha Male.
Cynthia Calvillo.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Oh, you knew it. You were just teasing me. All right.
Yeah, so she just beat Cynthia, who's a great fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely feel like she didn't use her strengths against Carla.
Absolutely not.
And I definitely think that her coaching made her, I don't know if it was her coaching, but for some reason she thought she was winning that fight the whole time, so that's why she wasn't pressing the action.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's a coaching error. Like, they should be telling her, like, you're losing this fight. You need to turn things around. Like,
absolutely.
And then giving them fight advice. But
can't go the Holly Holm way. The Holly Holm, Ronda Rousey way.
Yeah, the Ronda Rousey way. All that aside, Claudia is pretty much better than Carla in almost every single thing. Maybe, like, as far as pure wrestling goes, Carla might have better accolades, but MMA wrestling, I feel like Claudia's better.
Easily.
She got Joanna down several times in their fights, both fights.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Carla fought Joanna, she couldn't get her down. She was getting fucked up.
Claudia just came off a loss, though.
No?
Didn't she? There was a fight in between.
She fought the other Polish chick. I forget her name. She's cute. I don't know her name. Anyways, nice. I think you're right on this one. How am I supposed to fucking pick Carla? This is bullshit.
That's all you get, man.
I guess
well, you get to pick the next one.
This is a hard one, dude. The Reign versus Curtis Blades.
I don't understand how Alistair Overeem is an underdog.
They're both big boys. Because Curtis Blades is a wrestler.
Shit.
And he beat Mark Hunt by taking him down and holding him down. I don't know if you can do that against Overeem, though. The only people that have done that is Miocic, and that's after he tagged him and got him down.
Right.
He fought Verdum, who's the best ground game in the heavyweight by far.
Yeah.
He won that fight, even though it was controversial, but he didn't get taken down, is what I'm saying. Curtis is obviously better at wrestling, so he might be able to take Alistair down. If he can take Alistair down, I think it's going to be one of those boring heavyweight fights where he may try to like lay on him and lay and pray, like old GSP style.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's not the case. Like, I hope he actually does work on the ground if he gets him to the ground. But I am going to pick Alistair. I think he's going to bounce back from that knockout from hell. Nice. I think Francis Ngannou gave him his chin back. He hit him so goddamn hard.
That's an interesting assumption to make.
Listen, let me
okay,
just say.
Let's
he hit
logic.
him so goddamn hard that his chin is going to get hit from normal punches, and that ain't going to be shit to that. Like, but bitch, I got hit way harder than that. Like, you got to try harder this time, motherfucker.
I don't think you know how bones work, Nick.
I think that's how the logic works, man. I think once you get so hard, you get hit so hard, the rest of the hits don't hurt as bad. I mean, haven't you seen Chuck Liddell at his career?
I'm not sure that's how that works at all.
Well, I'm picking Alistair. I want Alistair to win, so I'm going to pick him. I don't know if that's the best.
It's not.
If I had money on this,
you'd probably lose
the safer bet would probably be Curtis Blades. But Alistair is a veteran from hell.
A veteran from hell?
He's been the Strikeforce champion. He's been heavyweight K1 Grand Prix champion. He's had every single championship other than the UFC title. And he's gotten close several times. And this is like later in his career.
Yeah.
But he looked in phenomenal shape against Francis. He looked like Uberim.
Mm-hmm. And
he's clean right now. And if he comes in there and he's not nervous, like hopefully he's not scared of being knocked out again, because if he's has that in the back of his mind, he's gonna be hesitant with every single fucking punch that's thrown from both ends.
One thing's for sure, he's definitely not going to be as worried as he would have been against Ngannou.
True. He looked way too nervous against Ngannou. Like, he looked like that all the pressure from everybody else talking about how much of an animal Ngannou is, like, it definitely got to him. He was fighting like he was afraid.
Right.
If he fights like normal over him the past few fights, how he's all slow. He's very like his sensors are like unreal. Like, he's more worried about protecting it. Like, he's protects his chin now, or he doesn't get into a slugfest, but he's also very precise with his shots.
Yeah. And we didn't see that in his loss.
He's knocked out some fucking bad motherfuckers, dude.
Absolutely.
He knocked out Junior Dos Santos. He knocked out Mark Hunt. He's knocked out a bunch of people in the past. I think Alistair got this. I'm picking Alistair.
Wow, talking yourself into it some more.
Yep.
I'm fine with Blades.
And that's the Fox Sports main event on the Fox card, like before pay-per-view. And then you go to the pay-per-view, and then you got two guys that
Step up.
0-1 in their careers.
We're stepping up to another level of skill here, boys.
Oh my God, dude.
CM Punk versus Mike Jackson.
It has to be something in CM Punk's contract that says he has to be on pay-per-view. That, and I'm sure, I don't even think it's like gets more pay-per-view buys now.
I doubt it.
The first fight, obviously, he's a wrestling superstar, so he's going to bring that fan base in. But
that fan base isn't going to come back.
I don't think it's going to come back. I think some of them will, hardcore fans, but not as many as that they're projecting.
The MMA fans will obviously be watching, and they'll want to see whether or not he actually improved.
Yeah.
But I don't think you get the popular draw.
I definitely think he's made improvements. Like, he's at one of the best gyms in the world.
I'm sure he has to have, yeah.
And Mike Jackson is not nearly as good. So I think this is going to be a little bit more competitive. I don't know enough about Mike Jackson, or nobody knows enough about CM Punk to have like an educated stance.
Apparently Vegas knows.
What's the odds?
Minus 230
for Mike Jackson.
Yeah,
that's probably based on the bully beatdown in the first fight.
Probably. Well, fuck. There's not a lot of shit to go on here.
It's your pick, right?
I'm gonna go with CM Punk.
Ooh, you're going with the wrestler? You think he's gonna be able to do it? I like my Mike Jackson.
I got high hopes.
We gonna see. CM Punk might get Pusha T'd.
I'm entirely lying. My hopes are on the floor. Next, Holly Holm
versus Megan Anderson, who is the 145-pound Invicta champ. She's a big girl. She's tall as shit. She's taller than Cyborg. Shit. Yeah, she's like 6 foot something.
Jesus.
Yeah, so she's a big girl. So she's definitely going to have the size advantage over Holly Holm. I feel like Holly is only fighting at 145 because she wants to get the 2 championships. Obviously, she wants that under her belt, her accolades. And also, it'd be very hard for her to get a title shot at 135.
Yeah.
Because she's lost to a lot of the contenders. Not a lot. She lost to Valentina Shevchenko. She's a beast.
It's true.
That's my pick, right?
Yep. Who do you got?
You already know who I got.
It's true.
I got my baby girl, Holly Holm.
I just don't understand your fascination with her.
I love me some Holly Holm, dude. I liked her before the Ronda Rousey fight. I liked how humble she was.
She's humble.
And I picked her for that fight after the weigh-ins. At first, everybody had Ronda winning that fight, right? Like, everybody thought this was too much too soon for Holly. Like, she has an unbelievable boxing and kickboxing record, right? She's won multiple championships there, but she hasn't had amazing performances in MMA. Like, they've all been like close decisions or and like a couple of highlight reel KOs. Nothing amazing, you know? And everybody thought Ronda was just going to run through her. And then at the weigh-ins, Ronda looked emotional. Super emotional. And Holly had a straight ghost face. Like, you don't affect me at all. And I had a little thing in my head telling me that I think Holly's going to win.
You always think that whoever shows the mental strength in the weigh-ins is the winner. Literally, almost every single time.
And I'm almost right.
I don't think that's statistically true. I need to see the numbers on that for sure.
Well, we need to start fucking thinking about them. Actually writing this shit down.
We're not.
But Holly fucking pieced up Ronda that night. And then how she handled the win made me like become her super fan.
Her super fan.
Yeah.
Named a car after her.
I did. My car's name was Ronda, but my car ain't no punk bitch that gets knocked out. So I had to change it to Holly.
That is rough as shit, man.
So I'm going to have Holly. I'm going to pick second round knockout. Holly's gonna come bounce back from that cyborg fight.
Question mark?
Do you know what a question mark kick
With
is?
a question mark kick?
Yeah.
That's so specific.
She did it against Betch Correia.
Why would she do it again?
Why not? It's worked well for her in the past.
If your enemy has seen it, then they'll be more likely to be able to counter it.
And this girl is kind of
like
tall.
Obi-Wan.
So I don't know how that's gonna work.
Exactly.
I don't know if you have enough power that high up, but I'm still going with it. High? Oh, dude, I bet you she's so flexible. Holly is fucking a smoke show. I don't know why you think she's so ugly.
Next,
she's fucking beautiful.
RDA versus Covington.
Oh, you get to pick this. Would you like me to talk about any of them first?
That'd be nice. Brief summary.
Well, as you know, RDA lost his last fight to Tony Ferguson in lightweight division.
Yep.
And he decided the weight cut's too hard for him. He's gonna go to 170. I thought like he's not. I didn't think he was that big.
I didn't think he's that big either.
But he's built like he got a lot of mass on him.
He's short though, isn't he?
He is short, but he's a fucking big guy. Like he has huge legs and just all around bigger.
Right.
And then he went to 170. He's been on a tear. Like he fucking dropped Neil Magny, got him to the ground. No, he didn't even drop him. He just took him down, and that guy didn't get back up. That's how good RDA's jiu-jitsu is. So that's on another level. And then he ended up fighting Robbie Lawler his last fight and just destroyed him. And Robbie Lawler is no slouch.
Absolutely.
Colby Covington just beat Damian Maia and it was like a snooze fest fight. Like Damian Maia couldn't get him down. So it was both guys that were striking. And Kobe's just like a little bit better at striking than Damian.
So it was like ugly.
Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest fight. Kobe's obviously talking a lot of shit. I listened to their media press conference, and if I'm being honest, I feel like RDA is kind of getting to him.
Yeah.
Like Kobe's trying so hard. It's just not genuine. That's what I hate. Like I know it's an act from what he's doing, so it's like it's a cringe fest for me.
Sure.
I get it. I understand the business move. UFC's feeding into it for some reason. I don't know why. I don't think it makes him so much popular than everybody else. Like he's not getting these crazy, like fucking media clips or these crazy.
I know he's not throwing water bottles at the Diaz's or anything.
Yeah, like none of the shit that he's doing is sound bites or popular. That's hyping up the fighter.
Yeah, no one cares. They're just annoyed by it.
Yeah, I don't. But it got him to where he's at.
And we're talking about him.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Kobe, like on the press conference, RDA was just like, you're trying to be Conor, but you're not Conor. He's like, you suck. Like, and Kobe was just talking, like he kept saying the same thing. He's like, we'll see when I smash your face. Like, it wasn't witty. He couldn't come back with anything other than what it seemed like he had prepared, you know? I don't know. Kobe also was still talking shit about Joe Rogan.
Why?
Because Joe Rogan said that he better watch his mouth when he's talking about John Jones, because if he ever meets John Jones in real life, like he might slap him.
Yeah.
And then Kobe said he might slap Joe, and then Joe apologized. Joe apologized, like, don't slap me, Kobe. And I guess Kobe still was talking about Joe. He was like, is Joe in this conference call? And they're like, no, Joe's not. He goes, yeah, what a complete unprofessional. Like, I can't wait till I see him in Chicago too, blah, blah, blah. Like, started just running his mouth.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm going to go with RDA based on the facts that I have observed in my many analyses of his fights.
See, I don't know why I gave you my honest opinions.
Thank you for it.
I thought it was my turn to pick.
You moron.
So you're going with RDA?
Yeah.
I got Kobe. I mean, it's not like I don't think Kobe's going to get dominated.
Right.
I definitely think Kobe could have another performance where he just holds RDA down, and he's the bigger man for sure. And he's a great wrestler, that's for sure.
You don't think RDA is stronger?
No. I think RDA is not stronger than Kobe Covington. I think RDA has more knockout power, and I think he's a better striker. But as far as like strengths is in the clinch and on the ground, I think Kobe got a little advantage. Not jiu-jitsu, but as far as wrestling and maybe getting himself out of dangerous positions, I think he does have that advantage. He's 13-1.
Right. He's not bad, obviously.
Yeah. So
it'll be interesting to see. Next,
the main event.
Whitaker
of the evening. In the blue corner.
Okay. You're going to do a whole thing?
From Cuba.
Is this prepared?
No. I have no accolades for you. He's the freak of freaks, almost 40 years old, and the most athletic man in the UFC.
And he knows you, boy.
I love you, Michael Bisping. Yoel Romero. I didn't do that. Yoel Romero.
Nice. Excellent presentation.
I'm trying to like hype the fight.
You're doing a horrible job.
For Robert Whittaker.
Oh, I see.
In the red corner!
It was all a ruse to make you think Yoel Romero was a slouch.
Oh, man. Well, we've obviously seen this fight before.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know, in the first fight, Robert Whittaker fucked his knee up in like the first round.
So I've heard.
Yeah. And when you're facing somebody that is as built and as like explosive and strong as Yoel Romero, a knee's like one of the worst things that you want.
Absolutely.
Getting injured.
You need to be able to fucking get out of the way.
The ability or just the sheer fact that Robert was able to keep the fight standing and not let Yoel hold him down with that bum knee, like shows a lot to me. But he is coming back from injuries. He was sick as fuck for a while there. That's why he didn't fight Luke. It wasn't an injury. He had like chicken pox mixed with like a fucking ear infection and like fucking pink eye or some shit. He was like just like sick.
That's rough.
Yeah. Yoel just beat Luke Rockhold. Pretty devastating.
Devastating fashion, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yoel doesn't really lose. The only person he's lost to recently is Robert Whittaker.
Mm-hmm.
I think he lost that Jacare fight. I still think he lost that fight. I think he won the first round. It could have been a 10-8 round. So it may, at most, it could have been a draw. But I think Jacare beat him in the second 2 rounds. I don't know. I thought Yoel for sure the last few rounds, or last like championship rounds, he was going to gas out. He looked tired, but he wasn't as gassed out as I thought he was. Like, he's definitely able to do a 5-round fight.
Yeah.
And maybe he's going to have a different approach to this fight. Because last fight, he won the first 2 rounds. And then Robert Whittaker came back and won rounds 3, 4, and 5 convincingly.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it depends with what Yoel's game plan is. And also if Robert comes back and he's just as fresh as he was.
Right.
Whittaker is a very small 185-pounder. He used to fight at 170. Wonderboy knocked that ass out.
So you think he ever goes back?
No, I think those weight cuts are
rough,
brutal.
Yeah.
Like you get to a point of diminished returns where like it's not worth it. Like look at Rumble. He cuts all the way down to 170. He's fighting people like Vitor, who he's just towering over like a monster. But if you don't knock him out in the first couple of minutes, like all your muscles get super tired. You don't have enough oxygen to fill
Can't
them
even
up.
lift them up.
Yeah. And then you're just miserable in there. And then you get armbarred and you lose.
It's rough times being big.
I'm going to go with the champ.
Champ.
Just the champ. He may be a champ one day, but I'm going with the champ. I feel like Whittaker's in his prime right now. He's very young. He beat Yoel before. He knows how to solve the problem.
True.
And I'm curious to see how the fight will go if he doesn't have a bum injury, like a bum knee injury in the first round.
And we'll also see what he's like coming off that injury.
Correct. So it's weird, man. Like Yoel is one of those guys that can finish you at any second.
Exactly.
He's not a guy that exerts a lot of energy throughout the whole fight. He's a guy that's patient, and then when the time comes, he explodes on you. Mm-hmm. And literally, like it reminds me of how I was thinking about that while I was jogging. Like, how are animals always in shape, like in crazy shape?
Because they don't really stop moving.
Right, but they're not working out. They're not like doing these hard, crazy exercises. Like, how is a gorilla so fucking strong? It's so built. Like, it's like in their genes, right?
Lots of leafy greens.
But they eat, or they don't eat. Fuck. They a lot of times they're just sitting around and relaxing, right? But when the time comes,
when you see them in the zoo, yeah,
that's true. I don't know how they are in the wild. maybe this theory in my head just don't mean shit. But what I've seen, like,
even in the zoo, they're pretty big, aren't they?
Yeah, they go from 0 to 100. Like, they'll be chilling, and all of a sudden they just want to go swing on like 3 trees and go fuck another gorilla up.
I think it's definitely a active lifestyle. Like, we as humans, I think we take that for granted because we're sitting down a lot.
Oh, we're soft as fuck.
We're stationary a lot.
We are soft as fuck.
I don't think
but Yoel is not like a soft human.
Absolutely not. He is a gorilla.
He's like he's steel, man. He's fucking steel. So
I'm not mad at being stuck with him.
Yeah. Okay, so I got Whittaker, Colby, Holly, Mike Jackson, Alistair, Carla, Lamas, and Pettis. I ain't mad at those picks.
It seems pretty balanced, actually.
Now, if you want my actual advice,
like
if you're gonna bet or whatever, I'm picking Benavidez, Lamas, Claudia, Alistair. I'm gonna go with Mike Jackson.
You're actually suggesting people bet On Alistair Overeem.
Yeah, he's the underdog. I don't think it's that bad of a pick. Like if you're going for a sleeper fight to win you some money,
he's only like plus 120, right? Something like that.
Yeah, I mean it's better than minus 120. You know what I mean? And then I think Holly's gonna outstrike Megan for sure.
Probably.
Unless Megan takes her down, but I don't know. That's pretty hard to do. Only Misha did it.
That was desperation time.
Yeah, I think RDA is gonna win, and then I think Robert's gonna win.
Pretty solid.
Pretty solid.
That'd be a good night. We'll make sure to tell you guys the results of those picks, who got hammered. I'm pretty sure I'm going to win all of them because that seems to be the trend.
Dude, the last fight, I drank almost every single time for a fight. I got fucked.
I noticed.
Fucked.
Because I think not only were you drinking for the fights, we were also playing a drinking game where you had to do shots.
Yeah,
right?
And I was pre-gaming at the Tigers game.
And you were pre-gaming.
It was a doubleheader suite.
A doubleheader at the Tigers game. Yeah, you got fucked
and
up.
And I ate an edible. So
oh my God.
It was all bad.
Seriously. So hopefully that happens again. We will let you guys know.
Or
no,
just brainstorming here.
Nope.
I somehow win every single fight.
That's not gonna happen.
Dawn gets wasted because they take shots, and I don't know if you guys know, but after Dawn has like 3 or 4 shots, he has a hard time keeping down the 5th and 6th shot. So
not that bad every time.
Check out on our Instagram Saturday or Sunday morning, and if you see Dawn passed out throwing up on the toilet, you know I had a good day.
If my boss is listening to this, ignore everything.
If your boss is listening to this,
I may have to take a
Monday
off.
I heard that you're like a cool cat that likes to cuss and like just, throw shit at the wall, see if it sticks.
That's my CEO, not my boss.
Oh, fuck your boss.
That's rude.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
No? Are you done?
I guess I'm done.
Never heard you say that.
I quit. Anyways. Rate.
Subscribe. Comment. What are you doing? You're supposed to... I thought there was going to be a back and forth thing.
I'm counting. I'm trying to see if you're going to get them all.
Fuck you. This is a team effort.
Okay, I'll do it. Rate, subscribe, comment, share the fucking podcast. Watch the YouTube videos.
You don't have to watch all of them.
Give us some constructive feedback. Give me some NBA tips. I need some tips in the fucking game, for real. And honestly, the most important thing, if you guys really are enjoying this podcast, rate it. Rate it on iTunes and share it. Tell somebody that you know. If you got a fucking Star Wars nerd, which apparently they got 1.2 billion fans in the planet, which is fucking mind-boggling to me.
Jesus.
1.2 billion fans.
That's like 1/7 of the population?
Yeah, so you guys have to have some friend that you know like Star Wars. So if you think they'll fucking like my Darth Maul little story.
It was quite the tale.
Yeah, quite the tale. It wasn't too in-depth, but I didn't want to go too balls deep.
You want to give them something to watch.
Yeah. Invite them over to the podcast, let them fucking listen.
Yeah, send them to our website, pnacast.com. We got all kinds of merch there.
Yes,
we got information about us. All our episodes are up there. They're on Spotify, iTunes, all the good shit.
Yep. So, until next time, fuckers.
Peace out.